Pretty mild stuff going on today. Iran conflict has a temporary solution. We're kind of pushing back a true, serious negotiation, which is good for Republicans in the midterms. Most of us can't afford groceries. Most of us can't afford necessities to exist, but the Trump administration has announced a $250 bill with Donald Trump's name on it. So that should make you excited, right? Pam Bondi is testifying in front of Congress behind closed doors, not under oath, in a private citizen capacity. This is a slap on the wrist. I wish the Epstein Transparency Act had more teeth. We can only hope and only do our best to make sure that Democrats and Republicans who are going to hold people accountable are elected into office this coming November. And some really interesting races. It looks like Democrats really have a chance in Texas. I think Democrats could potentially have a chance in Kentucky as well, given the Trumpism that the Republican candidate who won the primary is running on. Yeah, I just pulled up the Hill here to see if there's any other things. I haven't been watching the news for a little bit. It's almost June, 4th of July coming around, America's 250th birthday. A UFC event in front of the White House is a really good idea, is really going to help change the lives of the American people in a positive way. Yeah, so that's super awesome. And the other piece of news that I just pulled up, Trump's approval rating, the lowest approval rating he saw during his first administration, which it's fucking crazy to me to think that he's been in elected government more or less for 10 years now. That really just makes me want to drown my head in a bathtub. So lowest approval rating that he got during his first term was about 42%. There was almost always 42% of people across the country who would support him on his policies. I think he's been hovering at 38, 36% now, so he's lost some of that kind of grip he has on the general population. And I would argue that his grip on the Republican establishment has only strengthened. But in my opinion, they are running candidates that can win primaries, that can rile up the base, but it's a huge risk to run these congressmen, congresswomen who are very Trump Republican, very ass-kissing, that because of how aligned with Trump these candidates are, that there's a really good chance that the Trump is so unfavorable, is so unpopular. So newest poll, 34%. I think he's so unpopular that having tightly aligned people who can win primaries might turn around and bite them in the fucking ass. And I really hope it does. I really hope we see a lot of states flip. Obviously, there's some blue and red kind of infighting with trying to change legislative maps. California will probably be fully blue. One of the coolest pieces of news that I saw, two things actually. One, Trump's slush fund has been paused by a judge on a district court level as they kind of debate the merits of a slush fund. Where's the money coming from? Congress is the entity of government that appropriates funds, and so if there are not funds appropriated for this money, then where is it coming from? Who's paying for it? It's you and me. That's who's paying for it. Yeah, and then the other piece of news regarding the kind of same slush fund is that Gavin Newsom signed into law a 100% tax for any Californian who receives payment from this slush fund to the state of California. So 100% state income tax on those funds should and if you were to collect from the fund. I think it's fucking genius. I think it's hilarious. Another really interesting piece of news that not a lot of people are talking about out of Hawaii. I think it's 2010, it might be 2013, the Citizens United court case that I brought up previously really changed the way that elections are conducted in this country. Essentially, it deemed that corporations are people, and because they are people, they can contribute funds to political campaigns and PACs. That has been tried and failed in Congress. I really think we need to metaphorically blow the whole thing up. But the state of Hawaii has said that if you are a company who's going to contribute to a political campaign, regardless of party, regardless of alignment, we will not allow your business to operate in the state of Hawaii. I'm probably simplifying that a little too much, but I think there are a lot of stories that are occurring on the tertiaries that not a lot of people are paying attention to. So, yeah, this is just my little spiel for the day. So this is kind of what the daily, the bi-weekly uploads will look like. And then I want to be doing streaming content 3 days a week. The tentative plan is Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the evenings, 7 to 8 o'clock Mountain. Some other interesting stuff. I currently live in the state of Utah. Everyone nationally has heard about our super exciting, awesome data center that is somehow going to create more water for the state. There are cities and counties with ordinances for water consumption, not watering your plants too much, too frequently, only watering in the state of during the night, has existed in the state of Utah and in other states. Like when I was a teenager and we lived in Colorado, there was some water due to severe drought. Policies put into place, don't run your water for too long, don't. And what's so mind-boggling to me is the fact that we, the regular, everyday individual, has to be the one that takes the burden on of that. It's so unrealistic. It's so just absolutely mind-boggling. The same state of Utah governor who said that the data center is going to create water, which I don't know how something that uses water to cool electronics and water evaporates will contribute more water to the state. But he has also previously told us to pray for rainwater. Utah being a very religious state, obviously LDS faith. So it's mind-boggling to me. I truly can't wrap my head around the stupidity. So anyways, just a little kind of quick video here. I'm excited to see and I hope you're excited also to see the improvement in the clips and the content farm that we have here going. Yeah, I don't want to do like a like, comment, subscribe thing, but vote, protest, and raise your middle finger, because that's what I think we should be doing. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and have a great day.